Throughout the course of my career, I've only done probably 14 or 15 genital tattoos.
Who gets tattoos? Some people see tattoos as a form of risk-taking behavior only done by degenerates, while others see tattoos as a form of self-expression and a way to show their love for art. Over the course of the past month, I've gone on my own personal tattoo journey to find out who gets tattoos, the reasons why people get tattoos, and most importantly, why don't I have a tattoo?
I mean, some people are kind of out there, but I guess we're used to that. But I mean, I guess it's just normal people.
It's completely and totally like a full spectrum. I mean, I have white collar clients, you know. I mean, I have corporate clients. I've got a very good client of mine. I've been tattooing for 15 years and he literally runs Office Depot for the Southeast. And then I've also got folks that are like, this is my rent money. I probably shouldn't have spent it.
The kind of, I guess, like culture and ideas about tattoos are changing, so they're becoming more commonly accepted in workplaces. So all of my tattoos that I've gotten, I thought about for maybe a week beforehand, and it was only a week of thinking about it because that's the soonest I could get it.
I was raised by my grandmother, who is like a typical Jewish grandmother, and at first she absolutely despised what I was doing, and it took probably 3 or 4 years as I was developing my portfolio and doing new things, and she came into the studio for the first time ever after like 4.5 years of tattooing, and she looked through my portfolio and she was like, "This is real art."
My time at the tattoo parlor was interesting to say the least. It was cool to hear from a seasoned and a relatively new tattoo artist about the types of people that come in on a regular basis. However, I wanted to learn a little bit more about the decision-making process that goes behind getting a tattoo or deciding not to get a tattoo.
Some people don't they have an aversion to it because of the permanence on their body, but other people understand that life is very fleeting and it's only going to last like right now. So my name is Dr. Erica Holliday. I have 18 years of experience studying the neurobiology of addiction and motivated behaviors, and particularly the reward pathway, which tattoos can also activate, especially the dopaminergic system. So we know that the brain doesn't fully develop its decision-making areas until mid-20s. This is also what makes people more likely to start initiating alcohol and drug use during their adolescence, because they have a fully mature reward system, but they don't have a mature inhibitory system that comes from the prefrontal cortex to kind of put brakes on the reward system. So those impulsive tattoos that younger people get, they walk into the tattoo parlor, I've done it, you get a piece of flash off the wall and you just want to get it done because you've got $200 burning a hole in your pocket, I think directly speaks to the experience of adolescence and young adulthood and the reward seeking and the impulsivity. If you look at studies that were done with a more sociological or anthropological approach in the 1980s and 1990s, it certainly was getting at, oh, these people want to be different and they can be a little more narcissistic or self-centering because they want to be different from society. Whereas if you look at some of the studies done now, it's definitely looking at the reason why people are getting specific types of tattoos or body modification done, because I think it's up to like 80% of the population has some sort of body modification now. And certainly larger and younger generations because it's more socially acceptable. But in terms of self-esteem and attention grabbing, I don't know the correlation is as strong as some people would like it to be. And certainly we have to fall back on correlation doesn't prove causation. Saying that getting tattooed is addictive, because addiction is really a whole system change in the brain that leads to like intermittent use to compulsive use, and it's explicit to illicit drugs. Is the process and ritual of tattooing similar? And the short answer is it activates similar brain regions, but not in the same ways. Tattoos shouldn't be used as a metric of morality in any one individual. because it's such a highly unique process.
If you or a loved one have ever considered getting a tattoo, just go for it. Unless you're indecisive like me.